Good morning, welcome back to On the Road Adventure. We woke up in Albania. We are in
Riviera, something like that. We are right on the coast going down Albania, heading towards the south. We'll show you on the map now. And we are heading to
Scenic, which is basically it's very close to Greece, and I think maybe you can even see the next island. I think it's Corfu, I'm not sure. But yeah, we came this far. We
want to go to the bottom as far as we can.
See as far as we can go in Albania. We will not be crossing into Greece, so at least let's go as close to it as possible.
The reason we're not going into Greece is that because of the Brexit thing, I ran out of days. So I've only actually got 10 days I'm allowed in the Schengen zone, and we have to use those going back across Europe when we head home. So they just won't refresh in time. So that's why we're not going to Greece.
And I think we also feel like we have enough of being in the Balkans. Like, we've seen a lot. Yeah. The weather is gone really bad. There is snowing in parts of Kosovo, Macedonia, and Albania as well.
Let's be honest. Everywhere you go in every apartment, right? I'm not joking, we haven't really shown this, but all the plug sockets are on the piss, they're on the wall like this, you know, exposed wires and stuff like that in your apartment. The kettle didn't work this morning, for example.
That's why you're upset.
There's no coffee this morning.
Okay, that's why you're upset.
Yeah. We've had enough of Albania.
I think Albania is lovely, but I just think the weather is the main factor for us, and we just have to move on.
Yeah.
So I think we should have 1, maybe 2 more days of riding around, check the ferries, check the route home, and maybe head that way.
It will be a scenic route home though, so yeah, it's not like we're going to be rushing home in 2 days. No. That's not happening.
Our bikes are so dirty, they need a proper clean again.
No kettle, that's a step too far, isn't it? Too far for the Englishman.
That's it, that's how to upset you. No tea or coffee in the morning.
That's enough for me, yeah. You have to have hot brew in the morning or the morning can't begin. Anyway, let's go and see what this coast road's about. A little bit of moaning this morning really, but Albania is quite nice. The people are really nice. We say that almost everywhere we go. I don't know why that is. I wonder if that's a perception thing when you're visiting other countries.
It could be. Maybe living here and, you know, having neighbours and all that would be a different story. Rubbish is my problem. There's rubbish everywhere.
Yeah, rubbish, building sites, things not finished and that. I don't know. I guess your environment is so important for your mood and how you're feeling and everything, and if it's a little bit rubbish, I think after a while it starts to tear you down as well. When everything's just a little bit broken or doesn't really work right or is hanging off the wall. And for me, my mentality is I can't understand why it's just not fixed and just done right in the first place, you know. I mean, if you took the time to make the apartment or whatever and put the electrics in, how long does it take to put the spirit level on the top of the switch to make sure it's level? As any Englishman will tell you, if a job is worth doing, it's worth doing properly. Only after a cup of tea, obviously.
You had a cup of tea a few days ago. Well, be alright. 1 every few days.
No, it's not how it works. You have a cup of tea in the morning, you go to work for an hour, you sit down and have a cup of tea, think about what you're going to do for the next hour, you do that and then have a cup of tea and admire what it was that you did in the previous hour whilst drinking your tea. Then it's lunch. Quick cup of tea, back to work, do an hour or so, and we'll have a cup of tea and look forward to going home for tea. Wow, Riviera is rather lovely, especially on a sunny day. A little bit of a beach down there, umbrellas and whatnot. I keep meaning to check what the helmet law is here, but very often, like this guy, you see people riding around with no lid or gloves or anything.
Everything just looks so beautiful in the sunshine, no matter where you are.
Do you know what? I was just saying, if only we had the sunshine in the UK, we could spend a little bit of money tidying up our own coastlines and everything, you know, and it would be fantastic. The UK is a beautiful place. Obviously, we got the best food in the world, obviously. Just need the sunshine.
Just need not to rain so much.
Wow, look at this.
really nice, but we can see around all the beach bars and cafes, everything is closed. Sadly, it is out of season and it's just beginning of October now.
Well, the coastline here, the sea, absolutely spectacular. It's a really nice scenic place. But this was a perfect example there from the drone of how you can use editing or what you film to show an idea of a place, and hopefully I've made that look really nice. But if you look closer or in different areas of the beach, you can see huge piles of rubbish, or you know, if you look in detail at the sand, you can see there's cans and bottles and things like that. And it's that mentality that I think is sort of working on me around here. You know, the idea that people just toss their can on the beach and just leave it there and obviously don't see a problem with it, you know. We've asked a few people about it and it's just the mentality here. I can't get on with that. Coast roads, that's always where it's at. Absolutely stunning here today. What a difference a day makes. Roads are empty as well, fast flowing, never a straight line here along the coast, no traffic. Beautiful.
I cannot help but ride so slow on these corners because I just keep looking around. I should look at the road a little bit as well. There's a castle, ruins of a castle over there. Nice little beach in the middle, and there's some restaurants. Porto Palermo. I think that's the name of the restaurant. I think the castle, it is called Palermo as well. It just feels like Devon on a really nice day. Oh wow, such a clear water. This actually little beach seems to be really busy. They're taking the boats out, the big ones. I think they're getting them out for the winter. There we go. That's a nice beach.
Oh, hello. Well, the goat's coming down off the hill. The hill looks like it's had a fire recently, all the plants are burnt. They're all coming down for the sea view. Why not too?
Oh wow, it's brilliant. We just feel like we want to film all of this, and what we can see, it's just endless blue lagoon down there. It's really beautiful. I don't know what it makes it so blue. It could be that the sand and the stones underneath are white, so that obviously helps to reflect the water differently. But it's just a great road to ride as well.
Normal service has resumed. Always when you're in these really twisty roads somewhere in a hot country, I always seem to be surrounded by Fiat Pandas. I haven't seen one for a little while in Albania. But the roads, the views, the weather, everything looking up now. Well, it's 2 PM now. We've been riding for a little while and neither one of us have not only had a coffee this morning, but no food or anything either. So hopefully, we're in a little wee town here. Hopefully we can find something. We can get a drink, get a snack or something. Or there's a market of some sort. What's all this over here? People parked. Oh, someone's cooking. What's going on here? The old building's on fire, isn't it? Well, they're making something in there. It smells like a barbecue. Let's go in there, Eva, yeah? Oh, there's a lot of people sat in there as well. It must be good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody's parked up around there. Whatever they got going on must be good. Inside this restaurant smells absolutely amazing. The options are pretty limited. It is either lamb or pork, and that are your options, so we chose pork.
We're still waiting for the meat, but we've got the chips, salad, and that's a yogurt sauce. Actually, personally, I prefer restaurants where they have 2 or 3 things on the menu and that's it, because you know it's fresh, you know it's good, and that's maybe what they're known for. And everyone seems to be coming and going. It's very busy and loud in here. I think it'll be good.
We have learned always eat where the locals eat, and we passed by so many tourist cafes, pizzerias along the coast road, and we smelt this place before we saw it. And now we've got this plate of pork meat turn up as well. What a feast.
It's not even on Google Maps.
Well, that was a fantastic meal in there. That restaurant was super loud. Everybody was coming in and out.
Yeah, I wanted to see the reviews of the restaurant, and guess what? It doesn't even exist on Google Maps.
They don't need to mark it.
No, but if anyone is looking for it, it's next to Villa Mia.
When it comes to paying the bill, I said, can we pay by card? Yeah, no problem. Then he only goes to the door of the restaurant, shouts across to the road to the fella in the garage in the petrol station who's got the card machine.
Must be owned by the same people.
Who knows? We got caught out yesterday messing around in the dark trying to get to our accommodation, which is always a mistake. You always want to be packed in before it gets dark. So while we had Wi-Fi in that lovely restaurant, we had a look on Airbnb, and we have found some digs for the night. In fact, we've actually booked for 2 nights because we need to do some jobs and have a bit of a catch up. And both nights cost €54 and it looks very nice. Having said that, it is a bit of a lottery. It always looks nice on the Airbnb. When you get there, it's, you know, but we'll find out. Interesting bit of land we're going through here. Just a thin strip with a huge lake on the left, and just over this wall on the right is the Adriatic Sea.
This already looks like a very popular holiday destination, Ksamil. It's very close to Greece. I'm pretty sure one of those islands is already Greece anyway. And a lot of fishing going on here.
Right, Full Moon Apartments, that's where we're going. Oh, I know, it's full of cats eating all the rubbish. So.
It says parking in front. If the parking in front is full, please go from behind. Yeah, no, but we are behind now. Right,
well, I've been up, I've met the owner, and we are on the other side of the building, and luckily it looks like we can get our bikes right outside, so we're going to go around the block and go in the other entrance. As the sign over there says, if the parking in front is full, please go from behind. Great advice. Yeah, cat. On here, first right. Is it up there then? No, that's camping. Must be out and up the top. Back in again. I'm going to do you here. Oh, it's going to be in here. There we go.
This is all so steep. Wow.
Ideal. Well, as parking goes, it doesn't get much more convenient than that.
No.
We've got a little kitchenette in our apartment, so we're going to take a walk down to the shops. So we've got our faithful scrunchy up backpacks. These things are so handy when we're travelling.
So
take
good.
up no room, but we use them all the time.
I think the website on C2 Summit says it takes about 15 kilos.
Yeah, they hold some weight and about 20 odd litres of space, but folds up smaller than your fist. They're brilliant things. So anyway, we're going to go to the supermarket and find ourselves some drinks and some food for the evening.
Oh, it's a big market. Should we just go to big market?
I reckon you should go to that one. That's where the locals are going, isn't it?
We walked in and walked out of that shop. And the problem is with other countries is that if you're not local, you don't really understand what you're looking for. Whether in Europe, you know Tesco, Co-op, Lidl, Aldi and all that. And here, we're going to try another shop. Hopefully it's better.
We thought we'd take the opportunity to show you in the shop. We get a lot of questions about the cost of living here and what things cost. So we'll just show you some prices, and it's probably the easiest way to show you. So to make this nice and easy for you, 100 lek is about €1. So we got cans of Heineken 180, that's posh lager. Amstel beer 130, so just over €1 a can. Look at that, your kid's bottle of juice is going to cost you €1 and you can have a big can of lager for €1.20. Mad world. Coca-Cola is almost €1. 10 eggs, 2.20.
We saw loads and loads of olive trees when we were riding here. So this one, Himara, that's a town not too far from here. So that oil, half a litre, costs you about £2.40 maybe. That is a really good price for fresh squeezed virgin oil, I'm assuming. Not bad. Oh wait, actually this looks like the fancy oil, the extra virgin, and that is 500, which is £5 for half a litre. So I guess that sort of thing is expensive everywhere.
We're a bit out of touch on the prices of this, but a litre of Smirnoff is €19 roughly.
If you could pick anything and put it in your basket, what would it be?
Cheddar cheese. From Britain, apparently.
How adventurous.
And lastly, we couldn't point it out while we were there, but packets of cigarettes for the smokers out there are €3 for 20. So I'm guessing the tax hasn't been put on those here yet.
We got back from shopping. We've been eating snacks and gnocchi and everything else and chocolate. And we've been watching other people on YouTube.
It is so good when you get a room with a smart TV. That's quite a rare thing here in the Balkans. So yeah, we can catch up and see what other people have been up to. So
really good.
It's pretty much taken up our evening.
Well, let's do some sightseeing tomorrow, but for now we are going to go to sleep.
Please don't forget, give us that thumbs up. We really need that. It really helps push the videos along. Subscribe and we'll see you in the next one.
Love you,
Love you, bye.